Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and today we're going to be building a waterproof bench at ProSource with our good buddy Travis here. Let's do it. We're building a bench, like I said earlier, out of this Schluter building product material. So what it's called Schluter Kerdi board, right? That's the official name. So what we're doing right now is we're cutting out some forms. We just kind of, laid this grooved V board on one of the 2-inch building panels and traced out a form. And we've got 2 of them cut right here. And then what we're gonna wind up doing is we're gonna cut 4 of them total. And once they're done, they will essentially act as studs, spaced, say, 16 inches on center probably. And we're gonna adhere this grooved panel to these vertical supports. And we've got 2 of those grooved panels, so they'll go all the way and terminate at the top up here. And then we'll go through, we'll have some seams to seal and stuff like that. But essentially when we're done, what we'll have after it sets is a bench that you could just take and just stick into a shower surround. And put tile on it, and it would be done. And you would then have a curved seat in your shower, which is pretty awesome. I've never seen one in a shower. If you've seen one in a shower, message me because I want to see that. I want to see how they did it. So basically, we'll go through. I'll try to do a couple little more things, like explaining what we're actually doing. Obviously, the templating is pretty easy. It did require 3 people, 2 people to hold the boards and 1 to trace. And then we're just using a small multi-tool with a Sawzall blade. I think I'm using a metal blade on here because it's got fine teeth. And it's really given us, I don't know if you can see, but the cut edge is pretty smooth. And you can even trim the boards up with that, and it comes out pretty well. So we're happy with what we're doing so far. So we're gonna keep going. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just kind of showing how thinset behaves. So we just mixed it, and that definitely fluffs it way up. But this thinset is so thick, I think I can literally hold it over my head and none's falling out right now. You can see there's thinset in there. It's just kind of funny. That's indicative of how well it's gonna grab on the wall. So and it's super spreadable too. It's not hard to work with at all.
Dude, this shit's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's tappy.
You can, I think I told you before, you can use Seco on this too.
So we got a little creative with some of Schluter's other products, which is pretty awesome. That's kind of the name of their game is you can mix and match stuff. It's supposed to meet the installer's preferences. So we just ripped down a little bit of extra board that we had and basically just shimmed up. We screwed it in and used some Kerdi Fix to adhere basically shims down to the bottom of it. And since this is a 2-inch panel, I'm totally comfortable that this span right there is gonna be totally no issue for this board. So now I'll be at our correct height. You'll still be able to put this bench basically wherever. It'd be cool to see if you can sell this to somebody. That's what I'm excited to see, if somebody buys it from you. That'd be sick. Even a customer, a walk-in or something. But anyways, getting creative, still moving along. I think we're ready to start putting the top pieces on, right?
Let's do it.
All right, so we got our vertical supports cut. We decided to add kind of like a stiffening rod in the back of it, just one 2x2 piece of the Kerdi board, just to keep our board from moving horizontally, because there was nothing really to give it the side-to-side structure unless it's like into wall. So now this really could be a freestanding bench, I think. So now what we're about to do is we're about to put our thin set onto each of those vertical studs, and then we're going to adhere our grooved V-board to that. And we're going to use a level to just kind of like pack it down to make sure we're flat this way. And then obviously our water will all run off. We won't have any drainage issues. I just want it to be, you know, because we're particular, we want it to be level. So Travis got our thin set mixed. We're going to do it. All right, so this is basically the finished product.
So we're gonna let this set. If you wanna come over here real quick to look at the back of this thing, this actually has to be filled in with thin set for structural integrity after we get done. We're not gonna do that right now, we're gonna do it tomorrow. So basically, because if something were to happen while we were doing this, for example, one of our studs was kind of off center or something, we'd have to scrape all the thin set off, because on your initial set, you have about 20 minutes. If this comes dislodged after that 20 minutes, your thin set's not gonna bond. It's not like a polyurethane adhesive. So that's why we're letting it set overnight. We're gonna come back to it tomorrow, and we got a beautiful bench right here. Pretty limited on tile application with this. Of course, you'd have to have something like a penny round. Even a 1x1 would be kind of difficult. Yeah, so I mean, even like a linear mosaic, 5/8 thick, you could run it up horizontally, that would work. But maybe we'll tile this one day. We'll have another video. We'll finish it with some Schluter profiles. But that's the future.
Dude, okay. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Peace.